whiskey and the mix up daddy.
Alright, sound good, you know.
Oh, yeah.
People fix it, them fix it, them fix it. When I get the sound
yes. now. Ragashanti, so you know how Richie feelings this, right? And you know me have to listen to you.
Right now, they fix it, they fix it. Alright, Sonita said fix. Sonita said fix. Demisha said good no. Hey, Kevin Lee, Daniel Lee, you know she say good no. You know she say good now, Kevin. Diva Frisky, lad, watch out, man. Pilot Robinson, big up. Raga love you. Big up, Pilot Robin. Watch that. Hey. Big up all Canadians with the pop down south out. Big up all Canadians with the pop down south out. Big up all Canadians with the pop down south out. Hey, hey.
Ragashanti line. Ragashanti line. Ragashanti line.
Ready up. Ready up. I would have did that. What Trini love? Trini, I listen tonight. Trini, I listen tonight. Well, you know you come from Canada too, you know, Trini. Trini, you come from Canada too. I be a pop down south out of Canada. Take care. Take it out. But look at me there, I big up all of the Canadian them with them pop down south out. I big up the Canadian with them pop down south out, and lo and behold, who really in a Trini? I don't know, it's a Trini up in Canada there, you know. Yeah, good pop down south out Canada people. I don't know what I before we don't know right, you know, because on the corner dark. I saw the thing set. People right away. You know what I'm saying? One of them don't know, so we have to edit up on the classic Ragashanti live them. How many did I edit? And when we edit them, you know, when them shouting, be a laughing with the pan. Be a laughing with the pan. I mean, I know if you remember one of them big clash, but one woman call in and say, Biggie get beat up on one bag of something. And thing, and the little girl call in and Biggie call in and I be a war. I edit up that one there, I want them mad. I don't know if you remember that one there when the little girl. Yo, Jamaica just sample, you know. The little girl's a Biggie shape bad because she shape like running water. Yo, I don't know people. Yo, I poetry that you know, remember that kill there, you know. Remember that killer, man, when they look at 14-year-old girl calling and say, beginning on a shape because she catch her shape from running water. Yeah, and hey, just think about the imagery involved with that. Just think about the imagery involved with that. Jamaicans are sampling the people that laugh. And that's something we hear 11 years ago. And just hear it back on a murder. Yeah, the little girl calling and take it to Biggie because I know I say, Biggie a German. Andrea Bonner, please don't start Andrea Bonner. Andrea, me are you cool. Big up yourself and big up your good gentleman and all these things. Andrea, you know, say you're Canadian and Canada, you live and all. But Canada people start to pop down. That is what me hear. Me hear say Canada people start to pop down. Canada, nothing not going for Canada people start out. And that me hear. Me hear that left, right, and center. Right? Can't meet and worry yourself. Me see now Butterbean, Angela Benjamin. Okay. Well, Karen Eli said, I start out can't pop down as a eater keep we warm. Watch ya? So if start out to keep you warm, then that make it good. In Karen, that thought they alone make it. Yo, that thought they alone confirm so on the start out. People, Karen Eli defend the thing now. As a Canadian, she defend the thing now. Say Canada people start out, turn up. And you hear what she used to defend the thing? Canada people start out, don't pop down because I eat a keep you warm. That's like saying if you have one little space eater will keep you warm, that make it like a really good eater. Like seriously, Karen Eli, Seriously? Yeah, man. So back to the thing I tell you, man, when they look at 14-year-old Carl and they look at girl and say, Raga, I don't know go out for Biggie because Biggie shape like running water. Yo, Jamaicans, me I tell you, man, full of lyrics like, whoa. But anyway, that one there in a pipeline. That one there in the pipeline of forward and things. So I look out for that one there. But I think I know that same show they do. I remember the Can You Believe It to a woman from Wisconsin. Wisconsin, I think. She work in, what's the term? Mortuary. But for we a dead house. A dead house she work. She work at dead house and she fix up her body, them and all these things. And I mean, I want like, grossing out or nothing, but yo, a dead body come in and thing and whatever, and one man come in and, when people drop out, all kind of thing happen with them nerves and them blood flow and thing. So the man come in with a piece of strength, Yeah, the man come in, stand up strong and everything. And one bag of something and the thing, up and thing and the man. So she, I look after her body and whatever, people, whether I don't like it or not. There's a thing called necrophilia. This is nothing new, but you have a whole heap of people who them like to sleep with people who pass. No, it's mostly man do them something. Man do it with woman. I will not get in there. I'm not want to gross too much. But women do it too. And the body they come in and thing and whatever, and she goes so boom. And she must see the general strength. Him dead, But he boss up, Because we say up and live. That wouldn't take, don't get him dead up and live. No, that would, yeah. But anyway, the boss up and ready. Dead and ready. Dead and still ready. Now, so the boss something up and she must see the strength and say, no, sir. At this I go for years. I have to take 1.5. So she goes, I jump on it, and goes, bam, 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 and I boom it off. And she said she's shocked when she feel like the body respond like, like it ejaculate and thing and whatever, and boom, and she just jump off and all these things and whatever, and thing. And so several weeks later now, she go forget a regular checkup and thing. And when she get the checkup, the doctor must pre certain things and whatever. And let's decide to give her a test and then give her a pregnancy test and come back and say, you're pregnant, And she must respond and say, no. And the doctor say, you're pregnant. Same way you mean, And she go tell him what she have sex, who she have sex with and what. Now, the doctor is obligated by law to make a report because it's a criminal act that she do. Because she go tell the doctor, So she take one half of the dead body, with a big strength, you understand? So she mount up a dead body and go do all the something them with the dead body and all them things, whatever. She go tell the doctor. So the doctor was obligated to make a report to the appropriate authorities about the act, the vile act that she committed. When them do now, so them arrest her and thing and whatever, and and there were some charges on the book about defiling the body and all these things and whatever. But anyway, the thing that by itself, that by itself was just crazy. And again, unfortunately, that is not uncommon for people to defile deceased bodies for sexual means. But what at the cake was that she turned around now and sue the dead man estate for child support. Rockafages, clap for me. Let me hide myself in the no grave cannot hold my body. Listen to me, man. Master God, if you're not busy. Mr. People, 11 years ago, me read something that I know me I tell you say the thing mash up me head, I know me I tell you say the thing mash up me head, Imagine, you go rape half of people, gingeration, dead and whatever. Then dead body. You work in a dead house and you go mount up sitting and whatever. And based upon that's biology. When people dead, them not sometimes people dead, them not fully dead, So the body can involuntarily do certain things based on certain form of stimulation. And apparently, whatever did I go on, I listen about the show, I make a point, I say, anybody who watch House, remember that series there? House, which is based on unusual, happenings, medical happenings, mysteries, medicinal mysteries, and how Simali that solve the problem. But you can imagine now you have a dead relative to rat it and you did and mourn the dead relative and thing. Only for years one woman did go mount your dead relative and take one off of him. And not only that, come back and I sue the estate and I say, right, any money associated with a relative, a estate or him left and whatever, child support. Yeah, boy. Crazy world, crazy world, crazy world, crazy world. But anyway, I have a question and I'm going to take some, I want some phone call right here now to answer this question here, And it's not a deep question. And again, me I edit the show them and some things I see come up in the show them and thing. I mean, I'm match them out and I match them out and all these things. So I'm going to the phone like, I'm going to ask you a question. I want to call in and answer the question. So if you call from Jamaica, the number what? See there, it depends on the wait name there. 876-676-4996. 876-676-4996. If you call from the United States or Canada, the number 888-546-8742. 888-546-8742. 888-546-8742. People, if ants, if ants, wanna know ants, yeah, ants, like little ants there, the black one, some black, some brown, most of them black. If ants, we ever saying in a Jamaica, ants follow fat, meaning ants follow anything was sweet, and that's what they think. If ants take up a woman dildo, if ants attracted to a woman dildo, if ants go out of them way, feel line a big congregation for a woman dildo, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Because I listen back to show that dead, I call my virgin that thing or whatever. We catch up in an argument about it. I not tell them which side me. One of the listen back to show, not hear which side me take. Him call for him, brethren. We argue about it. Me call somebody else. Well, him did agree with me. But we are debating. If ants take up a woman dildo, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Give me a call and tell me what they think. If we're not the United States, supposed to hear the debate. You don't think so we in a college to write. You don't think we in a university that debate something seriously intellectual when we are upon the different layers and the different ways you could interpret this matter and whatever. But if ants take up a woman dildo, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Give me a call and tell me what the thing. 888-546-8742 if you're in the United States or Canada. 888-546-8742. 888-546. May I look on the post them already? May I look on the post? Prezi! Oh. May I look on the post them already? 888-546-8742. Right? 888-546-8742 if you're calling from America or Canada. Or if you're calling from Jamaica, the number is 876-676-4996. 4996. 876-676-4996. 876-676-49. Give me the card, President.
No, very that you ask a question about the answer of what that now, you know?
What that? Me not hear what you say.
Well, yeah, I have a question about answer of what. Now, I see it first. Wait until you finish.
No, but hold on. You're not calling for answer the question.
Yeah. Good thing yes, and answer of what, yes.
Hold on. Don't listen to the radio when you attack you. We're not for hear it, Papa.
All right, Raga. All right,
you never hear the question.
No, I never get the question. I'm just sign the story, you know.
Oh, all right then. Go and make it then, and if anything, shoot me back. All right.
Raga.
No, what me ask is, if ants take over a woman dildo, if ants take over a woman dildo, is that a good thing or a bad? President, don't hide the wall. President, push this over here. So let me see the wall. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Let's see, I know. Brother, easy now. That is a bad thing.
Why is that bad? Why is that a bad thing? Why is that a bad thing?
Why a bad thing? All right. Remember, you know, all right. And for a fat, like, and for a sugar and them thing, right?
Exactly.
So, yeah, but you have to do the very sweet.
Yeah.
That's for like.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
So you believe it's a good thing? You believe it's a good thing?
Well, what I say, in our sense, it's a good thing. But I can't make money for that.
All right, let's say a word, man. Let's say a word. Blessing. All right, sir. Okay. All right, the general said, I'm call back. Prezi! My God, man. Prezi! You there, man? Prezi, don't leave, man. No. Prezi, you can't leave. You can't leave me. All I say it for here now. You can't leave, Prezi, man. You can't leave me alone in here. Are you around the board, dog? So when somebody hang on the phone for hang up on them something in a day and this a guana, whatever, it's embarrassing, Prezi. All right? You cannot walk out. And it chew me up. All right, back to thing now, people. Somebody post about medically something is wrong. Not a thing wrong with the woman more than she never wash off a dildo good. Right? Or even if she never wash off a dildo good. What it did is sweet. Is that an incorrect conclusion on my part, right? Now, I can't understand if I beat her and say she don't wash off the dildo good, right? But is it absolutely critical that them things they like them after us if them not wash perfectly one time? Is that really something bad? Is that really that terrible? Hello, Carla.
Yeah,
yes, Mr. Combs.
You get the answer already?
No, I not look for one answer. I just want to hear what people think. Where you turn up Mr. Combs and I can't hear Mr. Combs.
I don't know what one. I know what. Would you hear me better?
No, man, I them for turn you. Turn up Mr. Combs. Jamaica, turn up Mr. Combs. Hello, yeah, Mr. Combs, go on.
Yeah, well, 2 minutes, yeah?
Yeah.
You don't know what you're doing, but if you want to wash off, you put no hands can for that, you're nasty.
So you say nasty, the woman nasty, because you know she didn't wash off it.
Wash it off good.
Okay, so a nasty woman then. Who not wash her dildo good. Make answer for light up.
You put your hands for that, you know.
What that go what?
If you know what she have and put on the hands most mold up and suck up there, eat up with the money.
What you say, and you should have wash it good the answer, I'm gonna take it and suck off for the pan.
Yes.
I eat that. You say suck off first and then you say eat off. Okay. Okay. What you say, suck and what you say, suck and eat the same thing?
Actually,
Oh, okay. Me just listen what you ask.
all right, tell me something. When you tell me Noah Hawk, we have Noah story against them.
In an hour arc, when store the ants them?
Yeah.
Then I must
remember get that PLI thing, you know, where did you put stories?
where did it then the ants not easy thing for storing or anything, Mr. Combs?
Which part time some of them magan week. If you quiz them hard, where would you answer them? Appearance, what did you have?
Mr. Combs, ants them you can't get them from a little piece of shelf or whatever. You know for what?
Yeah.
What you must wonder is where.
What did I show up on?
Hold on. Why you must what you know what me to think about with Noah's Ark?
Yeah.
And you know, say from a little bit, me the kind of have an inquiring mind and smart, you know. Me feel some smart from a little bit, you know. Right? All right. You know which is the biggest mammal on earth? Hey, Mr. Combs?
No.
It's a blue whale. It's a blue whale, you know.
So me,
all right.
Yeah.
And you know, so hold on. So you know, so the ark take two of every animal, male and female, right?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Tell me something, Mr. Combs. Where the fish them did go? Where the blue whale them did go? Where all of the shark them did go? Where them go?
Me don't know, but why two dog, a male dog and a female, all these fast now outside and people see them and my open disgrace. Why?
Why what?
Two dog a country Jamaica about in the world.
Yeah.
You see my outside fast now. Why? Why cause it?
What you mean why cause it? When dog have sex on them each?
Yeah.
What you mean? Me not understand.
Hold on. Me here say, when everything done, Noah check off everybody, what after the rain stop, I might check off everybody, if everybody have the pay everything.
Yeah.
You can't find brother dog.
Oh.
And you go about, and the brother goat, 7% Noah, I still get tired and weary. What are you looking for? You say, see the dog, you can't find the dogs, them.
Okay.
And you take the goat, say, come here, man, come and show you them. See them also, I fix them fast enough. No, so what? After all the disaster and when we go through tribulation, you will be doing that. I know what cost them. Say every eye shall be over the crossroad.
Every eye shall behold you at the crossroad when them do them something. Oh, so that's why we always say dog are itching a public because Noah did condemn them, don't?
Curse them.
Okay.
Interesting. Right, and the reason why dog kill the goat so often, a dog you can't use, and the goat you can't use to Noah.
That's why dog no carrying. That's why dog no like goat because a goat go inform on the dog them.
Yeah, for the goat see him walk around to Noah, so come show me, and you go and Noah see him.
All right.
So
okay.
Okay. So you sound good about you sound good or sound bad? You sound good or you sound bad?
No, you know, never you do that, Mr. Combs.
What?
Never you give a joke and ask if a joke good or bad.
All right,
no, hold on. That's like that. Hold on. That's like, you know, you start out a woman and you ask her if it is good or bad.
Then the woman won't say if it's nice or not nice.
Exactly. If you have to ask, it wasn't good. It wasn't good. Okay, you follow me. All right?
Yeah, all right.
All right, Mr. No, you don't have to tell me no more.
All right. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Combs. I love you. Blessings. I bless you. Mr. Combs say, why you running that one? No, men don't misinterpret what I just said. Communication is good. Sometimes it's good to ask a lady, like you can neatly check in, depending on the relationship, because very often women would love to share some things with you men, but them know how fragile, man ego can be. And, they don't do that. Or some of them, they just condition not to say anything at all. But nothing wrong in, you can ask and kind of check in and have an idea, and kind of get the woman input when you not do nothing and whatever. On some level, the best person to tell you how to please her is a woman, so and thing. But it also helps if you can angle your business and can do what what you do and thing, and based upon how you execute your thing and the response where you get from her. If she not fake it like Navlet, right? Navlet, she will fake it for you. But if she not fake it or whatever, and based on her response, you can usually have a good sense of the impact of that which you are delivering, okay? Make a well break. We're soon forward.
It's the Bridge 99 FM.
How you deal with?
Gonna leave.
The Electoral Office of Jamaica will start distributing new voter ID cards on October 11, 2021. New cards will be distributed from Mondays to Thursdays, 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Fridays, 8:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. in alphabetical order of electors' surname as follows. Mondays, A to E. Tuesdays, F to K. Wednesdays, L to P. Thursdays, Q to T. Fridays, U to Z. To find your pickup location, visit our website at ecj.com.jm/query. Call 888-991-VOTE or follow us on social media at EC Jamaica.
Who shops at Creative Building Finishes? You, the homeowner who creates luxurious spaces with our floor and wall tiles. The contractor and builder who are convinced that our ceramic tiles are right for the job. The architect and designer who make dreams come true with our wood look and porcelain tiles. Superior customer service, knowledgeable staff, inviting showroom, and you get where this is going, right? Shop 5 Red Hills Road or call 876-929-5553. Get tiles, get Creative Building Finishes.
To promote and practice transparency, integrity, and efficiency, to protect and advance stakeholders' welfare, Jamaica Stock Exchange. JSC for you and me, business owners, investors, get on board. Benefit by listing and investing. Jamaica Stock Exchange. Jamaica Stock Exchange.
Yes, when music hit you, feel no pain. Reggae music, nice, man.
That's right. You'll be skanking sweets all Saturday morning, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. with none other than the iconic Jack Scorpio with Black Scorpio right here in the building as he takes you on a historical journey of our music from ska, rock steady, dancehall, of course, and reggae.
Hey, ring the alarm. Hey, whoa.
You heard right. It's Juiceland Rock on the Bridge with the Jack Scorpio this and every Saturday right here.
On the Bridge. Remember, www.thebridge99fm.com. The bridge to the world. Jack Scorpio said that.
Check.
Become the hero on the scene by taking the COVID vaccine. Get vaccinated as soon as you get all the facts. Don't listen to the rumors. This vaccine might just make it possible for teachers to sit face to face with schoolers. This vaccine make it safer for everybody, from the young to the elderly. Don't you want to go back to living normally when things were more orderly? And if you want to live a long good life, then we all have to do what's right. So let's get vaccinated along with the heroes on the front line. A message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
Yo, this is your same boat, isn't it? And you listen to Bridge 99 FM. Remember that, oh dear, bad music.
Just a kid from the country, living the dream. Just a kid from the country, pushing the wheel. Just a kid.
Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Yeah, man. Welcome back up in the juggling and sitting and thing, you know. I want them to Saturday or Christmas and whatever. Yo, Saturday, we're gonna have a look free up same way, all right? So no just come in. We're gonna feel it out and thing and you know, so we're gonna have a free up on Saturday, you know. Saturday, 8 o'clock, Ragashanti TV over YouTube, free up same way. We'll see what I go on. You never know, there might be some surprises and thing. A lot of people don't go out on Christmas night, you know? I mean, for whatever reason. When me there Jamaica upon Christmas, well, at Christmas evening, me did always keep my mix up and blender show them a national arena. Those were the days, man. Some people on the year when me talk to Mr. Coombs a while ago, me say, yeah, guys, you don't know when them talk about Noah and me hear say blue whale are the biggest mama. Blue whales are like ginormous. They're enormous. You know, huge, massive. And I ain't gonna say I be a little fish them name, but no. But anyway, someone asked a question a while ago. Somebody say, yo, but where the blue whale them they go in the ark, you know? Where the fish them they go? Where all of the fish them they go? Where two of each kind of fish, where them go? People and was say somebody on the Facebook, Vince Miller. I got post. So in response to that question I asked, Vince Miller post the following. Raga, remember say fish can't swim, you know? Really, Vince? Like, for real? Wow. No, what? Vince, what on it? What on it? President, you ever said the man post that tell me. He said, no, but fish can't swim, Raga. Fish, you never remember, fish can't. Yeah, Vince, yeah, thank you for making me know that here. Because I tell you that one that did a beat me, you know? That one that did a butter me wicked. I just couldn't figure it out at all. But thank you for your confirmation. Like, seriously, like, fish can't really swim. Wow, amazing. Who would have thunk it? Who would have... Seriously, fish can't swim, Vince? Like, thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for really, you know, make me know that. But I think what Vince is trying to say, but never come out with it that way then, is that the ark built for the flood. So if fish them probably did a swim around the ark. I am assuming that's probably where they was. As a Karen Eli jump in there. Exactly, Vince. It was flood, so they would have been in the water. Why would they be in the ark? People, the Bible never said nothing about any fish in the water, you know. The Bible never said nothing about the fish that follow the ark, you know. When them show you the picture with Noah's ark, who by the way is a white man, and him family, the whole of them white. I want the name Japheth or sitting like so down. Be a white people in a Noah's ark. And when anytime we see Noah's ark, we never see a pair of all of the fish them back. Anytime we see Noah's ark, and I dare anybody to come disagree me with. Anytime when we grew up on the show with Noah's ark and whatever, we always see two of every species a walk go up the plank or go into the ark. And all accounts of it is always that everything did in the ark. So I better not tell me say Noah did have one gigantic pool in the ark where all I fish them or something like so. But then the question is, how them get in? Even if I that, how them get in at the ark? Because no account was made of that. So none of them can't go around me with this, you know. Because this is something where they let me tell you people, when I grew up, you see, there's some little something where bother me. I was always a thinker. Prezi, you know what it boggled my mind as a little picnic? Every time I see one ambulance, you know, the word ambulance on the front right back way, you know. You follow me? I you know, says I you, me just conclude, say, first me say, somebody I work a prank, man. Somebody go around and ride the ambulance and back way up on the front of the ambulance. I say, why would somebody be so mischievous and I do them something there? Me and I look at mine in a big, all in my mind, it's me alone seat and figure it out to somebody I do it, you know. Yeah. And I thought that right through me youth I grew up, all when me a teenager, me did still think the same thing. And I wonder, yo, somebody just a go run. And I ride ambulance back way for the front all of the ambulance. Then you know, say then me go travel and go England and me go see the same thing. Me backside, a crisis nearly take me, people. Me say crisis nearly take me. Can me go England? The first time I travel to England, me go London. And me see the ambulance with the word ambulance right back way for the front of the ambulance and thing and whatever. And again, me just did it from my youth up to when I go England, I was about 18. So when me did it and whatever it is, when me start driving up people, and one day me go looking at my rear view mirror and see one ambulance back at me. And I saw me see the word written the right way. So when you are looking at your rear view mirror, the ambulance are right back way upon the ambulance, you are seeing it clearly that there's an ambulance behind you. You know, if you figure it out and whatever. And at this, me realize that is why them ride the ambulance backwards. All right. But may I get back to the act? If there's anybody, I'm not going to say if you know what name, because at the time, I did embarrass and shame, but you know, I don't know Raga now. For them something, I'm not shame tree for them something. See, thank you, Timisha. Thank you. Because enough people never know, you know. It's enough people never know, but them don't want to admit it. But you me at that stage of my life, no, I can't admit them something and I'm probably. No, I'm not lying, you know, when I realize me did embarrass, you know. Embarrassed like, whoa, yo. I tell you, big and serious, me did embarrass. But, and I was 18 years old, so when you figure it out, it was a no-brainer. But you know, when you really think about it, you know, there is one salient fact that make understanding this. See, the Paulette McQueen says same way. Karen Eli said, oh, it's right that way for drivers to see the correct way in their rear view mirror. Like me never just said that. I saw she go on, man. Leave her alone, I'm a friend. But a whole heap of people never know that. Tomorrow, Markland said, I learned something new. Thank you. They never know it. That's when me 18, me figure it out. But at them look at something that me always I think about and thing, you know? Because I don't tell them, I get conk in my head. I don't know conk in Jamaica is when somebody use one of them knuckles and lick in your head. Don't ask me how the name where it come. I don't know. I don't know where that one they come from. I just Prezi, you know what is conk? You know when you get conk in your head, you know that. Okay. Them not really use conk anymore, you know, but you know, some Jamaicans still know. So I get conk in my head and box pan, not like good box, you know, like one like a slap on my chin. When me ask a question about who make God, and when me ask you know, who can go sleep, who can have baby with, and thing and then. Yeah, man, but from man a youth and all them things that me always perplexed by some little weird something, you know. You know. And some of them have, you know, simple explanation. I just me never know. When me just come a foreign, me just wonder how me never see squirrel at night time. And what they clearly them gone on them bed, but me just kind of, you know, me just never used to the idea that, you know, you have some animals that want to come out a day, you know, see them at night time. But you know, one day I met and I said, well, I don't really see raccoon a day, you know. One time I see a raccoon at daytime. They want to come out at night time. So you have some animal that come out. And Prezi, you ever met that yet? And you never think, I'm just meeting about them foolishness, no? Right? Like, suppose the same thing. But you ever see squirrel at night time? I was just like, with them there. Like, at the time, them just snuff up a place and whatever. Like, so squirrel go to bed early. You understand? Like, but what me I say with the ambulance thing, though, if you really understand, say, if you don't grow up used to care, it makes sense that you only get that right away. Because me never grew up around car. A bus me take, right? A bus me take. We used to call it minibus and robot. And them something that me grew up on. So me no know that's something that I drive and I look in a rear view mirror. So people who are from that space, who, we just, we're not predisposed to think that way and to like wonder what would be the purpose of writing this word backwards on an emergency vehicle. We wouldn't readily get it. We wouldn't readily get it. It's understandable. Yo, our Vince Navex, Vince, I hope you understand how Raga juggling and about a vex. Come and notice I not see a post on who I like. I vex say, me bitter you. I say, yeah, tell me, say, but the fish them can't swim. Got me get where it is, I say about the flood and whatever. I'm just gonna make fun of it anyway. But anyway, back to the dildo, People, I can understand it. People, I say, boy, she never washed the dildo. Until because I can't tell you, say, well, let me be careful. Oh, I was about to say something about me for driver. Jamaican and Caribbean women, they treat those things very differently from a Miss American woman do. And I'm not discriminating or anything. I just want to know. Jamaican and Caribbean women are very, very particular, right? In fact, them go to them way for wash them dildos, them and them vibrator. Wash it and I don't even a regular wash. I don't even like no water wash off and all them something. And this is something a woman explained to me and all these things. And one time, well, me not go say about it. But yeah, women them just wash it with soap and all these things and whatever. And curiously, there are women who I know who have to oil it down too, man. Them have to oil it down with this and that and whatever, and then put it up back neat and them something there, whatever. But some women just use it and put it down and take it back and use it when them want, put it on. And thing. Yeah. I mean, I make no judgment against anybody, but because I don't have what them use it with, so I am not privy to some of the sensitivities associated with that. Why you have to go to your way to make it so clean, but I can just imagine why. At the same time, for women who don't, a woman in her own space and know herself and know her body or whatever. I don't necessarily see it as like this huge deal breaker in terms of like, is she nasty or is she not? I don't see it as that big a deal. But in listening back, the classic when we did that may edit for post soon. It came up like somebody calling with a mix-up and she had done, somebody and I say, yeah, the woman where answer take up her vibrator, whatever, and she had done that, whatever. And just like now, my response was like, well, is that something necessarily bad? In a Jamaican context, like, ants fall fat, ants love sweet, ants love niceness, and whatever. Is that something we can just laugh about and be cool about and whatever? But for her, it was like a big diss, where she could have called him on radio and done the woman with whatever. Ants fall her vibrator, ants take up her vibrator. I don't see it as anything bad. But in the context where it was though, it was with the woman was a helper, and she had worked with this uptown woman. And the woman, helper, as we say in Jamaica, helper is equivalent to helper and day's worker is equivalent to up here maid, I don't know. Housekeeper. Where that's a person? When we say helper, what them calling people up here? Like housekeeper? That's how you go, housekeeper. And that we call that would be the American equivalent fee. Okay. But the issue was she put her underwear in the laundry for the helper hand wash, right? And the helper do it one time. And then she keep on and do it back again. So the helper will leave out her underwear. And then she get upset about it. And then start walk and call up a helper name. How incompetent the helper is and whatever. And something about the helper, whatever. But the employer got upset that the helper wasn't washing her underwear. And my mother was a helper. And my mother never liked that something. My mother used to work for one woman at Washington Gardens, whose name will remain on me. Well, she's passed away now anyway. But she used to watch with this woman I watch. And I remember when I look at picnic, because my mother did day's work, She go clean for a full day as a helper. So I remember my mother was like, I remember one time my mother was just agonizing over it. So she wash the woman underwear. But here when I bring up right here now, I want to hear what I say about it. My mother did wash for man too, she do day's work for man. My mother never have no problem with washing man them underwear. In fact, sometimes she joke about things about the man them underwear, which we're not getting, but you don't know what we're talking about, like streaks or whatever. And it was just a joke for her. In fact, without getting into details, use your imagination. In retrospect, in remembering what my mother used to say, one could make an argument that, like some of them man, the underwear did more dirty, untidy than the woman them underwear. The more wealthy upper middle class people who my mother used to wash for. And of course, there's a gendered element there. There is something going on there where I guess it is less demeaning for a woman to wash a man's underwear than it is for a woman to wash another woman's underwear. Again, logic would suggest that there is some sort of contradiction or inconsistency there. One would first say, well, to be, to have some sort of equilibrium established. If you just now wash some other people underwear, you just now wash underwear, male or female. But, so anybody who make the argument, say, no, just not wash anybody underwear, male or female. Them are going to say, so why you okay I wash the man them underwear, but I wash the woman them underwear. But I remember, distinctly, there was this passionate opposition on the part of helpers. And there was this whole dance, because them don't want to lose them job. But at the same time, they just thought that it was just one of the most demeaning and disrespectful things those employers could do. It's like them wash and clean anything else. Don't give them under, even if you wear the underwear, even if the woman wear the underwear one time and not at the point, it's like, no, don't come tell me about me for wash the drawers. Now, how much money you pay me? Like, don't do it. Like, And for them, it's like the fact that the woman would do it is just, again, it was just like an awful disrespect as far as they were concerned. Is there something particularly disrespectful about a woman asking another woman to wash her underwear, to pay her to wash her underwear, that can be distinguished from a man paying an employee to wash his underwear in every time laundry? Is there something to be understood there? Is there a justified difference there that one has to understand why a woman would find it abhorrent, repulsive, disgusting, despicable, dehumanizing, insensitive for a woman appear somebody, a helper, for wash her clothes and put her underwear in it? Is there something to be understood why that is categorically demeaning and disrespectful, as opposed to a man do it where there is no problem there? Want to help me understand why I'm going right this? If you call from Jamaica, the number is 876-676-4996. 876-676-4996. 876-676-4996. 876-676-4996. That's if you're calling from Jamaica. If you're calling from the United States, the number is 888-546-8742. 888-546-8742. 888-546-8742. 888-546-8742. That's the United States or Canada. So somebody said, before I was juggling work, I spent hours as a laundering, so on, so at the laundromat. People dropped off everything to go in the washing machine. Everything. Karen writes some things I can't read out all what she write. We can't read out what Karen write, but Karen is saying that there are some particular things about a woman that a woman don't want to get involved with when it comes to dealing with that garment. But Karen, is it? Yeah, but if we're talking about sanitary issues, shouldn't the same apply to the men them too, who women talk every day? Man always a streak and all. In fact, couldn't an argument to be made that, well, if you really think about it, the man them situation worse. If we're talking about sanitary reasons, is it inconsistent? Or is there some deeper things going on here where, I don't know, women are socialized to feel more comfortable addressing those kind of things with men rather than doing so with women? Because once you get in that realm now, you start really look on the broader reasons, and you understand why, for example. No, but that the converse, no, my women about to say that is a converse, Well, let me take that back, because like men who Jamaican men, if them are go urologist, them no want go to no male urologist. Them want go to a female urologist. And you know why? Which, one would think that if you go to a man about man issues, that the man is already predisposed to understand the issue then better than a woman would. Just like if a woman go to a woman about woman delicate issues, particularly when they're internally oriented, that a woman is more predisposed to understand certain little subtleties and nuances about what go on with woman than a man would. But because of the other larger gender issues and things that we socialize with in terms of, you know, what is what you're comfortable with and what we're not comfortable with and whatever. Some people would, you know, reject that logic and not go to somebody who is more likely qualified to understand them. And then it differs by gender too. Because most women prefer to go to a female gynecologist. But most men do not prefer to go to a male urologist. But I think that some of those issues are going this with somebody in Facebook said people must wash their own underwear. That's a personal thing. No one should feel comfy having strangers wash their drawers. Worse, they are not sick. All right. Colleagues, culture plays a big role. We might take offense when other women see this as a job and performing a paid task. It depends on the person, and it's about comfort. Well, that was the stance of the employers, that I'm paying you to wash my clothes, and underwear, they're part of my clothes. So you should wash my underwear. And again, remember, people, this is a time when helpers hand wash. At Jamaica, we are talking about. So helpers hand wash. But no, I'm interested to hear what you think about it, because there's probably some things me not understand right there. So I'm interested to hear your perspective. So give me a call and tell me what you think about this. All right. Again, if you're calling from the United States or Canada, the number is 888-546-8742, 888-546-8742, 888-546-8742. And if you're calling from Jamaica, the number is 876-676 4996, 876-676 4996, 876-676 4996, 876-676 4996. And while I see if any other call in upon that, as I'm well aware, I be here shopping and all these things are going out the road right now for Christmas Saturday. And while we are talking about that, people, there's good and bad news with this Omicron thing. So I want to just keep in mind what I'm going. The bad news is it has spread faster than the other variant. The good news is I think the authorities are correct when they say, yeah, the variant, yeah, it has spread fast, but it is not March 2020. That is true. What some people now want to admit, and I don't want to get in. I don't want to get into this vaccination war thing or whatever. But all right, before me soon say something on it, because I don't want nobody go jump on it and thing. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, greetings.
Greetings, bossy.
Yeah, don't make me hear the radio in my background, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hear it now? Yeah.
Yeah, just move her from it. I'm turn it down and turn it off. All right, go on top. Yeah, go on top.
No, man, I said to Mr. Raga, no.
Yeah, Raga, yeah, talk to. Yeah.
Yeah. Every woman should watch it. Yeah, man, I say.
Well, on, you know, so I'm still hear it in my background, Papa. You can't make them turn it down and turn it. Yeah, please, you know. Because it loop when we hear. Yeah. Hello? Um, all right, we see if anybody call or the caller call back. Look out if him a call back here. And people want to call, please. We can't hear the radio in the background. Remember, you're getting a delayed broadcast. So one, don't call in and try to listen and hear yourself. Two, if you call in and somebody else there, listen, move away from the radio. One chance, all right? Just move away from the radio so we don't hear the radio in the background, because then you don't really understand that the technicality. But when it loop, it disorient people like me and all it. But anyway, yes, I'm not really talking anymore about this COVID thing, because people on both sides of the debate, them, it's gotten senseless, it's gotten ridiculous, and it is and some of the argument is just emotions. It's just emotions, and people are get pissed off with this and that and whatever and all these things. And everybody attack and a cuss and I get defensive and them something really whatever. But what I'll say, what I do know is this, and this is rationally speaking. We're at a very different point with it, in that this variant Omicron that is spreading, less people are dying from it. That are the first thing. Per capita percentage, less people are dying from it. Of the people that are dying from it is mostly the unvaccinated, and that is proven. That is so less people, significantly less people are dying, and the numbers of the deaths are increasing. Where it will go, I don't know, but I'm just telling you right now what it is. But it's less compared to what it was when the thing did just bust. And second, people who are vaccinated, significantly less of those people end up in hospital for respiratory reasons, or for serious breathing reasons and them something there. So the people who are vaccinated are doing better, right?
Hey, turn it down.
Is there a call coming in? But basically, we're at a very different spot right now, which is good, and we should be thankful. Again, I'm not telling nobody what them to do. That is not what I'm saying. But I would suggest, though, irrespective of what you think about it, though, that it wouldn't hurt if you be careful when you go out and thing, and if you don't get caught up with certain things where you hear some people who have politicized this, particularly the mask thing, and get caught up with them like a war and all them something they were going. But you know what is interesting? Yeah, I noticed that all those people who are the leading high-powered figures, against masks and all these things and whatever, and don't tell me what to do and them something there. And don't tell me if you take the vaccination. All of those people, they have taken the vaccination. They have taken the vaccine. All of them take the vaccine. A lot of them don't want to admit it. Over and over again, we see them in interviews on TV, and when people ask them the standard, the party line responses, no, people should be able to choose whether or not they want to do it or not. For some people are asking, have you taken the vaccine? Well, people should, but you've been telling people, you've been politicizing this thing and saying, no, don't, whatever, the vaccine or do nothing, and this and that, and it's only the flu or whatever. Have you taken the vaccine? The Fox News hosts and all of them no want to answer, because them take it. Now we see most of them are come out quietly. Yo, Ringy come out recently. President said Ringy come out and say, him take it. Him take the vaccine. When him take the vaccine, he might take the booster too. Right? So people, I suggest to be careful, Where una follow out there thing. If I feel strongly about something, I feel strongly about something. But it sounds, some people, you have some, all right, let me take a call. I have another important point to take. All right, Hello? Hello?
Yes.
Yes, greetings.
Hello?
Yes, greetings.
I'm going to buy a credit, you know.
Oh, I'm sorry. What you do?
My buy credit. I don't take any vaccine as yet. Country girl in the building.
Country girl, wagwan, boo, wagwan.
Me there pumpkin, how are you?
You there for what?
Me there pumpkin, me there.
Hold on, the radio not playing in the background. Eh?
I know, you know, the part of the people that would have up with them out, some of them move over the people them
All
out.
right, move her some minute here in the background. So what go on?
But then, I'm not tune in to say hi. I'm not even know your topic, but me still want to say hi.
Okay, nah man, they don't know say you can't call in and say hi anytime, man. We give thanks, man. Everything jiggy.
But that's why we say hi, because me a Rasta now, hi.
Hi. What you say? You're not here now?
Call it so.
What you mean call it so? What?
Let's put in for red and white here today. So call it so me a not in a red and white.
Okay. So you're fashion dread right now.
Yeah. I'm just calling to say hi.
No, man, respect and blessings, man. Respect for that yearly and thing, all right? And bless up yourself and everything. Nice.
You know, Oni,
Yeah.
Jive.
Yeah.
You know, the whole crew, Dan Juma. Everybody just have a big up as they high and don't mind me drop in like Chirani one day to come and donkey in so.
No worries.
That.
Nah, man, no worry yourself, man. I'm a drop at Jamaica, man. I may have time and thing. I know somebody did that most one wedding like right next to like recently in the October there. But no worry yourself, man. When I drop down there and thing or whatever, come I need for no donkey lane, you understand? All this time or whatever. I need for roll up in a donkey lane, the famous donkey lane, where you make famous, you understand? Big up yourself, man, all right?
You need to know country and same way. You need to come to a 2 from country for your same way.
It goes some man, I say a word, man, all right?
All right, bless up and I say a word.
Yeah, man, love and blessings. Cool. The great country girl Latino and thing. All right, give me the next call. Hello. All right. No? Hello? Yes, man, I rock this. Hello? Yeah, I rock this. Call him so low enough, present.
Yeah, man, big up yourself.
Yeah,
Calling from St. Mary, your place.
Yes, man. I which part of St. Mary you call from?
Retirement, lucky, like your friend, sister, your long time friend, sister, this.
My long time friend. Careful, you know, friend. You talk about St. Mary. Careful what you say, you know.
I said nothing more. I said long time friend. I social friend me talk about Raga, so me not careful.
No, but no, they don't know what is. So long time friend, sister. Which friend is? Which friend, sister?
Sammy Joe. We come here show the while.
Oh.
Sammy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Samantha.
Miss Valerie, Mas Baba.
Yeah, all right. We one way say a while ago.
My mother, Miss Valerie, Mas Baba.
Oh, yes, man. Love Miss Valerie, man. Love her like cook food, man.
Me know, man. Big up yourself. Me there, listen, man. And me say, me have a call. All women supposed to wash their underwear. No woman not supposed to put on underwear if you not help her wash and not finish that.
But what if them say, no, but me pay for wash all of my clothes, I'm underwear, my clothes. I'm sorry, them for what. Because of that, them saying, I mean, I say me support them, I just tell you what them say. What about the argument?
No, me not support that. Me not. Listen, you can't, I help I can't wash it, you know, but I think you should even wash it out when you're in bed. But don't put on no dirty underwear for nobody come wash. Come on.
No, but
I don't think that is healthy.
No, but here we go on. You know, say, that thing the way people like you do who come from our background, our humble background or whatever, middle class woman and uptown woman don't do that. Something there, but wash out them and wash out them underwear when them that's something that when we say them not do it at all, you know. It's non-existent up in a for them circle, you know. Them don't even know how to do that something there, you know.
They're not for wear none then.
What? I'm married. No, but you're outside. What you mean, woman? What you mean, woman? I'm not for real underwear.
Rata, what say? Come not too good. Well, come not too oil. Me a country girl, I'm not buying now. You just come on, Raga. You imagine all the time of the month there, and you go put on all that. No, man.
Yeah. And that's the thing. But all right, why is it then that I mean I tell you from when my mother used to talk about it, say from way back. Why is it then that the woman them when them a help of your man, them not have no problem of washing man them underwear, but them have a problem of washing woman them underwear? Why?
Me don't really know, but to me, I think, I say a female and a male is different.
How?
You know, go see no little thing in a man brief or underwear so easy, but you will see it in a female speaking.
Oh,
you know?
Okay. So, but what's this thing where them I say, man, not care or whatever, most man left some kind of little streak or whatever, this or that. So how is that different then from the woman them then?
Well, me don't know about that part, you know. Me don't know about the man that left no streak. The man left streak, Raga.
Oh, God. No, but that's some of the things that we're just curious about and whatever. But I think there's a larger issue there in terms of gender, them bigger issues that were in terms of what people comfortable with, and then it's working. Those larger issues are working their way into the definition of what is nasty here and what is disrespectful. Because I remember my mother was very opposed.
Still,
go on.
Probably to me a country girl, you know.
Right. My mother
but
too, right?
Look here, man, come on.
Hello?
You can't show it in there and make yourself.
Everybody have a look machine now, do so not not everybody, but most people have a look thing.
People, if I would even those who are making China.
No, but when I tell you though, I didn't know this because I just grew up around woman know once them take off them underwear, them wash it out, and then we can, them wash everything again a second time. But uptown women, they don't do that at all. Middle class Jamaican women, upper class, them it's not even part of them culture to do that.
Anyway, I'm going to tune in because through me I listen to long the credit.
All right, sorry man. Yeah man, blessings. Here.
Big up yourself.
And big up Samantha and the little one there. Yeah?
Yeah man, I will.
All right then, cool. Yeah, hello.
Mark.
Hello. Greetings.
Yeah, good night.
Yeah.
I don't believe that employers should leave them underwear for the helper to wash. I think the employer should wash it herself.
Okay.
Because she don't go and see her start wash it,
But what if the employer don't know how for what them not grew up so, and the only reason why them hire helper is that the helper can wash them underwear and them other clothes though? What if the employer don't know nothing like that and whatever? And what if the employer is actually a nice person, a nice, kind person? Nice, kind, decent woman who treat people with respect and whatever, but she was just not raised washing her clothes. And she got away for say, I'm gonna hire somebody for do this and thing and whatever. And she don't know how to do it and whatever, so she hire somebody for do it, and that is where she's coming from. What if that is the case?
Well, rather me used to work, do domestic work. And me always tell myself, me not do that.
You not wash no woman underwear?
No. If the children one, I will wash the children one. If the woman old, that is a different thing.
Right.
But if she young, me not wash none for her. She wash them herself.
And if you were a helper for a man, you'd have any problem with wash female underwear?
No.
No, so you'd have
No,
watch
sir.
you'd have watch the man underwear.
Yes, but not the woman.
Not
Sometimes
the
the
woman.
woman then bring it further than this so in a raga because when they see you start watch that,
Yeah.
they go on till they put on something else to you for dispose of all those and then something there.
Oh, me see what you said now. So it's like once you open the door there with them just get
man.
Hold on. Woman them do that with helper to give helper them something there for dash for too.
Yeah, man.
No, that's wrong. That's wrong. That no.
Yeah, man.
That gone far. You're not supposed to ask helper for showing them the personal feminine things the way you use. No. That's
One lady, you know, me that work with that me that have a friend.
Yeah.
She that work upstairs and me work downstairs. We used to do domestic work.
Yeah.
And she used to say the lady start there are some panties wash and so and she start wash them.
Yeah.
And at the time the lady move.
Yeah.
You know the lady do raga. The lady leave them there, the business there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And hang it up in a one tree. Put it in a plastic bag and hang it up in a one tree. And call she the helper to come dispose of it because she never want the landlord come see them. Right?
Oh,
you know,
my
and the
God.
landlord see it hang up and go say, what that? And go find out. So she called she and me even follow her go around there. Go get rid of them.
Hold on. But explain what was the reason for her to spend the time and the energy and to negotiate that space so walk go out to the tree for put them something in a bag and walk go to the tree and go hang it up in the tree? Why? I don't understand why she do all of that when if she have time for do all of that and she have time for put it in a bag and time for whatever this and that means that she could have used all the time to get rid of it then, for dash it away in a decent way. But I don't understand why she gonna put it up in a tree. What happened?
Well, she used to hang it up in the tree, right?
For what?
And she moved now. She never remember to get rid of it.
No, me know, but what she, no. What I don't understand is what she hang it up in the tree. All right, this was her practice for hang it up in the tree. So when she hang it up in the tree, what she do? Why she hang it up in the tree?
She never get the chance to dispose of
No.
it.
What I'm saying is, I'm saying is, since it was a regular practice for hang it up in the tree.
Yeah.
Wait, and why did she me I'll turn idiot. Why was it her practice for hang it up in the tree, and what happened to it after it hang up in the tree?
Raga, I don't know. My friend just call me and tell me say follow her go around there. And she tell me say the lady move. Coming at him didn't want to they move.
Well, was it a one-off thing for she hang it up in the tree, or that is what she usually do?
No. It was not a one-off.
So it's a regular thing then for she hang it up in the tree?
It's a regular thing, but she never want the landlord.
And she gonna forget the last one because she move and she forget the last. But me still not understand why would a woman after she use her feminine products end up and hang them up in the tree every time when she don't use them? And where them end up after she hang them up in the tree? Me don't know. Why was that practice in place to the point where when she move, she forget the last one when she hang up in the tree? That's my last, right? That's so,
Me last, that's what myself to Raga. I was lost because me say, what? When she said something, say, what? Me say, sure, say. She say yes. When we go around them, me say I show them phone. I still never did I go on them time there.
Yeah. Well, what you think? Say like when she take it out, she don't want it round her, she don't want to flush it, so she go hang it up in the tree outside, and then she usually go take it up back and go dash it. Do you think of something like that?
Well, it could be. Could be.
But me just, women are usually so, circumspect with that I just can't imagine somebody going to end that up in a...
and call a lady.
We go take
call
it
the
up.
lady. The lady has to make a big fire. A big fire, Raga.
For what?
To get rid of them.
To get rid of
To
them?
burn them.
To burn
yeah,
them.
me tell her, say, me follow her, go around there.
Oh,
and
God.
I hear me here say, and me and her, the girl was my friend. And me tell her, say, she work upstairs and me work downstairs.
Right.
So we are friends. Right? So I saw, me see she make up the fire. And I feel she was personally night and I did something.
Whoa.
It was so embarrassing.
No, this is embarrassing. It's disrespectful. It's disrespectful. And again,
woman,
go on.
As a woman, they feel a way. As a woman,
yeah,
they didn't feel a way. And my friend did feel a way because she has to look there now. She called me for contact to get rid of this. She hold harder.
All right, but she did take it too far. But you still, what you say, because when I ask you that question, you laugh, because you realize, something, you still not have no idea why you're comfortable washing men's underwear but not women's underwear in the capacity of as an employee. You still don't know why?
Well, as me tell you,
say
sometimes they not stop. They're not stopping.
No. What me said, no, we talk about that. So them not stop. So, but open the door. But what I'm saying, I get the sense that it's still the case that you feel disgusted if you work for a man or whatever, and him say and him briefing and everything. Feel disgusted by that.
No.
Because
woman underwear sometimes she have different things.
Okay.
Different color things.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Interesting. All right. Miss Six in a Britney. All right.
Raga, you know, you have to call me.
I was sorry. Sorry, man. Osh. Your family, man. Your family.
No problem.
All right, then. Blessings here.
Yeah, man.
Cool.
All right, then. Take care. Yeah.
Okay. Bring in that call, Prezi. Hello. Greetings. Yeah.
Meetings are the woman nasty. Because when me they grow up,
yeah.
My mother always tell me to wash out until before, and me take it off before she out.
Right.
Yes.
But you are you aware that most women from middle class setting up to them don't do that something that when them take off them underwear, them wash it, them and can you talk about unwash right in the bathroom? Are you aware that them don't do that something that them don't even reassort, them don't even know how to do it?
Nasty. Answer that you.
No, hold on. You think it is fair to say they're nasty if it's just not part of them world to do that?
No.
If you don't know, you don't know. So if I saw you raise and, just like how your mother tell you to do that. Yeah, but for them mother never raised them that way. And it has always been that way amongst them for years and years, decades and centuries, I think, So you think it's an accurate thing to say, them nasty because them don't do that practice. Because them wash it, but them put it in a washing machine or whatever. Or them expect them helper to do it. So I just saw them raise. Them not really mean to be disrespectful. Them just don't know.
Well, we are teach them tonight to wash them and when you go to donkey and if you stop a weak feel.
What you say when I go donkey and if you stop a weak feel, no?
Stop a weak feel, yeah.
Proper, now warn yourself, man. Rock, I can jump to the place proper, man. I'm going to touch all of them ends there, yeah?
All right.
Love and blessings, man. Cool.
All right.
President, give me that card. That one right there. Hello.
Raga, good night.
Good night. Give me some energy, all right? I will trouble you.
Nobody in trouble with me. I'm nervous.
You're nervous? Oh, God. You can't nervous with Mass Raga, man. All crasses like myself, and you're nervous with me. No, sir.
Raga.
What?
I guess everyone know I love you.
Ah, blessings, man. Thank you.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright. So as to the lady that said that the lady hung up the thing outside,
Yeah.
I think I can relate to that.
How?
In the sense that when I was growing up, it's like a big yard thing, and you have some household where having most men than women.
Right.
So it's not allowed. What if you're dating at the night and that happen? Like, you're not allowed to keep it in the house. So you tie up for the tree in the morning, then you light fire and burn it.
Wow.
You understand?
Wow.
So
Wow.
yeah.
You see, you're educating us now, So, and for my American listeners who don't know the term big yard, it means it's a tenement yard where multiple households in one home, in one yard, right? So it's several families living in one yard. And Jamaican have a term where we usually just say big yard. So you're saying in instances like that now, the decent thing to do at that time was not to bring it back in the the congested limited space you have with all of your relatives them and thing.
Right.
And you must have met the man them go see them something they either. So
Right.
and I be it outside kind of when we grew up we never had a luxury and a bathroom and that we have to go outside and things.
But Raga, can I tell you?
Yeah.
My stepmother and my father, they were strict and whatever. So it was me and two other females.
Right.
As teenager was in the house and
Right.
whatever. And my stepmother did not permit us to like let our sanitary napkins stay overnight in the house. So when we bathed, we have to tie it. There was a tree around the back with ties on it. A coconut tree was there and one of the limbs was not so tall. So we tied on it, and then in the early morning we get up with light fire because it's a housing scheme or whatever. And at the same time they teach us not to throw away those stuff. You understand? Not to put in the garbage bin or whatever. That thing nobody not supposed to see.
Well, I
So
know.
you'd light it.
Okay, so several things are going on, right? Listen to me. I'm just fascinated with this thing that you must burn it, like the proper decent way to do this thing is to make sure you burn it all the time.
Right.
And you must make anybody see it. Because what I'm hearing from you is that part of the reason why you have to tie. Hello?
Yeah, no, that's
okay.
not
The part of the
I'm
reason
here.
why they taught you to tie it on the tree. One, it must stay overnight, right? It must stay overnight in the
That
house.
means when you tie it on the tree, it means that no dog not gonna come draw it away and tear it up.
You see, the devil is in the details. Me in a good way, I mean, yeah. So you must tie it on the tree so no dog, no carrot go through it, whatever. Because the whole objective here is to make sure that nobody see this thing.
It's safe, right?
It's safe, right? So you must tie it up on the tree because you don't want to go light a fire in the night. They forgot to do them something, right?
Yeah.
And then the next day, you're required to go burn it.
The first thing after you take a bath, now the other one you take off, you have to burn it to them.
Oh, so if you take when the other one now where you have an overnight and as you take out that one, then you have a chill.
Yes.
You burn that one there with the one where you hang up in a wow.
Yes, last night, yes.
So you'd have to like when it's a burn it now, like you use kerosene oil and matches and them something and burn it and things.
Yes.
And you have to do this
or use plastic bag and just make a garbage.
Say that again. Use what?
You'd have to get some plastic bags and burn and drop it and let it burn it, and then find something to make a fire until it burn out.
Wow. Listen, there are people posting and saying to somebody post pamphlet. Yeah, I see him when I grew up. You have to burn that at night. I had no. So that means every month, some 4 or 5 days every month, when I burn things, I'm on in time.
Yeah.
Wow. Whoa.
Okay.
No, you have no idea. Oh, I'm glad you call in and share this because You see, guys, initially when we hear said the woman always tied up in a tree and what, perhaps she was raised the same way. So she was just doing what she was told is the right thing to do. This is what a decent woman do. And she just happened to forget it when she moved. So she called help and said, please, my God, may I beg you.
So she is
take it.
decent enough.
Yeah.
She's decent enough and she considered that person a friend. So maybe that's why she said, you know, unless she feels uncomfortable within herself, knowing that she will leave it there.
Right.
So the person you call your friend, I want her to cover your back.
I trust somebody you trust. Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
You just put a whole different perspective on this thing, right? You know. You just give her a whole. So she called somebody, obviously a woman. Please help me out here. Because you hear what she said? I don't want the landlord come see it. I'm going to forget it up there with all of the logistics involved with she moving and all them something that she forgot it from it. Please take it down and burn it for me. So obviously, she was doing that, before.
Right.
And she wasn't asking the helper to do it, obviously. So she didn't do it herself. And that was well for her because she was doing it herself. But I told she got move now and thing and forget it now. And even after she moved, she said, oh God, I don't want the landlord go see that and whatever. So that sense of decency where she was trained in terms of what you're supposed to do with that is still there. Please, like you just said, she call her, do this to me, may I beg you. Like, have my back type of thing. Wow. Interesting. Interesting. I never knew about this burn thing at all, that it was something. Come on, I never knew at all.
So, instead of washing the underwear part and all that stuff?
Yeah.
So, with that now, it all has to do with how you grew up and the mentality of, how you were raised and everything.
Right.
As for me, like, if you and I are friends, my best friend, like when I would stop by her house or whatever, I sleep over and whatever.
Yeah.
And if I'm washing, and I see her underwear, I would wash it too because you're my friend and I don't scorn. If we're friends, I'm not gonna scorn you.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
And if I'm your friend, I'm gonna have your back. And if you're sick, I'm gonna be the one to wash your underwear. Vice versa. If I'm sick, you're the one I'm gonna want to do that for me too.
Right.
Understand?
Right.
So if we are friends, I don't see nothing is wrong with washing it for you. All right. On the other hand, now, when I was in Jamaica, I used to say, nobody drives me, not this, not that. If you're not my friend, right? Coming to the state now, rather, it's a whole different perspective.
How?
I started doing, babysitting.
Babysitting, right?
With light housekeeping.
Housekeeping, right?
Only to find out that you have to do laundry and whatever. And I realized that one day, like, I see the panty wrap up, the tights. It's a weird. Anyways.
But you say when them take off them tights and the panty in the tights same way and them thing and them just put it in the laundry basket and at that you see when you start work. Whoa.
No man, you have to pick up that off the ground. Some of them you have to pick it off the ground.
Off of the ground, the people who you work for them all throw them underwear on the ground.
Same place where you stand up, you take it off and you left it.
Same place where them stand up, them take it off and just left it right there, sir.
Yeah.
Hold on. You know how always a cuss we man and I said, why you always take off your clothes and I left it? Why not put it so? Are you telling me that women do that with them underwear up here?
Yep.
And then you as a person working there in that domestic capacity, so you have to take your part of the ground?
Yeah. You take it up. All right, some person said they not do it or whatever, but you're doing something, you're in this area, you're cleaning this area, so you're gonna fit and then first 11th time you go walk past it and you just can't leave it.
Oh,
you understand? So as for me, I would take it off, Anyways, it so happened that, the first time I'm doing that, it was so hard for me because I don't used to this. I reminded, oh, me not this, me not that.
Right.
But when you're in a different country now and whatever,
Right.
you tend to do things because you know that it's not easy here to, not being working.
Right,
If you're
right,
doing
right.
something and you're with some people and they're really nice,
right.
you are
That
the
is the
one to
thing. The people them who
overlook
do this,
certain
they're
little
really
things.
nice. Them treat you really good and them really
Yes.
nice, right? But that is just how
Yes.
them grew up and
Yes.
raised with them underwear. It's just like anything else. Interesting.
Exactly. Because that was the only problem I was having, and it's like I don't know how to say it, that I don't want to do this or whatever. It's like that could not come out. You get me?
Right.
And then I realized, like, one time I went to the family house of that family,
Yeah.
and I realized it's the mother that does everybody things. So I'm like, oh, okay. So this
Oh, you go to the family house and the mother will wash all of the daughter them underwear. And
Yes. Yes. So as you said, you are correct. It's not everybody is being taught, or if what I realize with most of these people here, they pay people to do their thing. They don't teach their kids.
Exactly. And no. You
have their money.
Them have their money, but you exposed to that up here. But what I'm telling you, right in Jamaica is the same thing with the wealthier the family, the more them don't do them some of that. You're quite right.
Yeah, right. So they're so busy, and those things they see as a problem. They don't see as a problem because sometimes they just don't know better.
Right.
And they just think, oh, it's a part of the laundry. They don't think that that's the private area that's very secretive.
Them don't mean nothing about it. Enough of them don't mean nothing about it.
No.
And I'm glad you mentioned that the people who did this, they were really nice and them treat you really good. Them treat you nice. Very okay. Okay.
You understand? So that helps you to want to also compromise.
Okay. Okay.
And you're not gonna let because you don't want to pick up a little underwear and wash it.
But here's a question.
Hold on,
but here's a big question for you. So given what you came here when you're working and you're exposed now, your knowledge of this type of behavior as a woman relate to their underwear, was broadened, and then you realize that these are nice people, and them just relate to underwear very differently and whatever. So in light of what you learned, in that setting, and I would imagine you're here for years now and things like that. In light of that, when you look back on how Jamaican women relate to underwear and how you were raised to relate to it, and all this thing that you have to do to make sure, say, this and that you have to burn, and do you think that was too much?
No,
I
don't.
Okay.
I don't think it was too much. I think it's the right thing to do.
Okay.
And it's just that some persons don't take much pride as some do. But I think it's the right thing to do. And I don't think we are overdoing it.
Okay.
It's just that we don't have the money to pay most of us don't have the money to pay persons to do it. Because I think if we have the money like that, then we would be guilty of the same thing, rather.
But then a lot of Jamaican women listening to you right here and be like, not care if I'm rich like Elon Musk or whatever. Me not pay a woman for wash my underwear.
You know what I learned? And I learned it the hard way. When you're not in a position, you can say anything.
That is true. That is true.
When you're not in a position, you can say anything, Rara.
That
because
is
there
so
are some
true.
Stuff that I say, oh, me, I would have never. And I beat down on a person who does certain things. And I find myself being, I'm like, oh my God.
It's true.
Oh my God.
It's true.
Did I really do that? And then sometimes we do it and we don't remember. And then we're bashing somebody else. And then it's like something comes to you and say, hey, but didn't you do that too?
Yeah, I never used to. Yo,
You understand? So if we are to be honest,
yeah.
and the fact is we're not in the position.
No, I proved that. I proved that over and over
we-
and over again. You know, and some people who swear, "Are you good to me?" and Ray, and when them get better off and thing, you're frightened to see how them. No, no, Prezi, I beg me, bring in somebody else before me leave in 6 minutes. But tell me something. Your voice sound for me. Are you calling from Canada?
No, Roger.
Okay. I was just wondering. No, because your voice sound like somebody we know.
I'm in New York.
You're in New York. All right, man. Listen to me, man. Yeah. You have no idea how invaluable. Sometimes people mess up that word, but it means really good. Your contribution tonight has been, you know. And I really do appreciate it. I mean, you educate me tonight. I learned a lot from you tonight. And I'm not just saying that for reading purposes. I honestly learned a lot from it. Because my instinct, because you heard me earlier, I said, yeah, are you sure? You know, and people in that say, you know, them look at something that, and you hear, and you heard how perplexed I was like, what do you mean? I don't understand. What's the logic in putting in the tree? I couldn't get it. You cleared up all of that, you know. You cleared up all of that. Right? And I see people posting women's and I mean like, whoa, you know, thanks. I think so. I want to thank you for calling in and sharing that. Here,
you're welcome, Margo.
Enough blessings, man. All the best for the holidays and thing. All right, enough love and thing.
Thank you. God bless you.
Okay. All right, President, give me the card. Hello. Greetings.
Hello?
Yes.
Good night, sir.
Yes. Good night.
Wagwan.
Robert, you know say me know say you make you man. How no? Inga?
Man.
Oh, Robert, Wagwan,
man.
You know, no disrespect, you know, Robert, but me did have one nice call. I press you and tell me, say, yo, Raga, one more, bring in a call. Bring it. If you know you would have finished with a call and call you back one another time. Wagwan. Yeah.
You see this topic we not talk about?
Yeah.
It's nothing to wash a woman underwear, sir.
Well, is that different matter? You bring up now with the man them. So you wash hold on. You wash woman underwear, right?
What you mean them you know wash my mother underwear when she's sick?
No problem no wrong with that. You ever there with that? Hold on. No, I have no me if my mother was alive and she sick, me I wash her underwear and wash it good too. But when me I say hold on, man. Hold on. You ever there with that woman? Robert, listen, man. You ever there with that woman and wash her underwear?
Oh, yes, man. No wash her underwear. No problem wrong with that, Mr. Man.
Okay, all right. When you're with that woman, how quick before you end up and wash her underwear?
You wash a woman underwear anytime, man. Anytime.
So if you there with that woman and like said, after 2 weeks and thing or whatever, and she ask if you wash her underwear, you don't wash it underwear, wash her?
What do you mean if you wash it and put it on the line, Raga? Buy all the pad too.
But no, me buy family. Well on. Nothing wrong if you buy pad. Nothing wrong. Me no problem with it.
All right, look here, see, Raga.
But hold on, man. So when you say wash your woman, Robert, when you say your hand wash, cause you're Jamaica, they say your hand wash your woman and underwear. Like you script.
Wash it, no problem.
And you script.
Sit down on stone and wash it.
You sit up on stone and put the bath pan between, with the wash pan between your leg and script them.
Oh, you're right. And wash it out with bleach water and then we go back and rinse it and wash it back again. Clean it to the upper line.
Jesus, God, then you know for what? Well on. So you wash it now. What you do? You rub it out first and then something like
you rub it out first.
Yeah.
And you rub it out in a bleach water.
In a bleach water, yeah. And then what else?
Yeah, and you second in and then after that you start wash your first wash, second wash, and you start wash it.
No, well on. So you rub it out first, then you rub it out in a bleach water, just bleach water. Then you second that with a next rub, right? And then now you put it in a one different wash now with soap. No, with fab. Okay.
Right.
And then you script that again, right? And then what you do after that? And what you do? But Robert, you sound like you can't wash jars good, man. No, Robert, me no say enough woman listen what you just explained and I say, but wait. Wait, but him bad man, he know if he watch that. No, Robert. It sound like a Robert, I'm proud of you. You're a very accomplished jazz washer. Huh?
Yeah, man, me, no problem with me, no trouble me, no.
Not trouble you, Robert. No, man, no.
I would call me madman, not trouble me.
No, see, no, but Robert, when me tell them, because you know, my father sang, you know, Elephant Man sang them, so man of even touch woman jazz and thing, and my thing was like, hold on, let me tell you what makes sense to me. They would never touch a clean underwear, you know. But when them are gonna get look sad to it, them not a problem. I take off a dirty one.
Yeah,
the sweat up one. That make any sense? Yeah, that make any sense? Then after when the panty clean after and thing and whatever, and when the panty clean, them don't want to touch it. But then I have no problem. I take off all the sweat up.
You're big man. Let's see, Raga. I'm a respect you as a big man. Raga, you see every them man now you see a chat them a chat. Yeah. When night come a different thing.
A different thing, though.
Different thing, man.
I show you, Robert.
Listen for that, yeah.
Yeah.
Robert was woman underwear. Me not busy with
Weird. Say it again, Robert. Say it. Say what you just said.
Anybody who listen me watch the woman because the woman can't sick. Suppose the woman sick and you can't take it.
Yeah, but we know that. But basically, I say you will watch it all when she not sick.
No problem. I would the woman that see period. Me will take you what she see away. No problem. Seems like that then two scan full and
round the walls of Jericho, round the walls of Jericho, round the walls of Jericho, the army. Robert, we run out of time here. We run out of time, Robert. We run out of time.
Anybody where I listen, tell them say, no problem with that. We're watching the underwear.
Right, the underwear.
Just bring them coming out and back. Me watch them to them.
What you say? Bring them coming out my bad part. You will watch that. You will watch.
All of the man, you know, want to watch the underwear. Bring them to Robert. We watch them on the line and put them in a be white and clean.
White and clean too. And then you ever get the woman them, you know.
Overseas and out of Jamaica, you watch them.
Them can't come draft for you because you are going to wash them panty them for know that, Robert. You're the boss. Not for them, And you are going to take with them woman. Hey, Robert, are you going to take with my bad woman? You're going to take with my bad woman. You're going to wash my bad woman jars and take her from me. And take her from my bad. Mama, you listen to me, man. You're going to wash the beanie man woman. Underwear and take her from him. You're going to wash about to kill a woman underwear and take her from him. You're going to take with the whole of them woman. Elephant man and all of them and them things. You're going to take with them woman. Just wash the whole of them jars and take with them woman. Because you're boss.
Bring them come here.
Bring them come. All right, Robert, big up yourself. Me have to let go here. Yeah, man, I'm the same today. Here. All right, cool.
Show nice.
Well, I tell you, show nice and thing, but
you see, you is a blessed man, you know. Me like this your show.
It got some man, Robert, man. All right, man. Let's say a word here.
And then can't stop you. More show on top of show.
At them for no, man thing.
More show, because you are blessed man. You say God, you say God, you know.
Yes, man. All right.
I mean, respect you, then can't stop you. More show on top of show. You are going to bring in that show again. Where man, if you put up a topic again, say all of the man you don't want to watch the panty them.
Yeah, the underwear. The underwear. All right. Bless up yourself. All right, people, I don't want to not be disappointed and things. So I have to make you know. I was duly informed that on Friday them are repeating them. I forgot those station policy. So I will not be here Friday. So I don't want to know. Whenever things so then you couldn't tell where Ragashanti I make you know. But Free Up is on this Saturday on Ragashanti TV at 8 o'clock, right? 8 o'clock, Free Up, the realest Jamaican talk show this Saturday. That is on this Saturday. But this Friday, them are going to run a repeat because them say a station thing, you know, New Year's Eve, that type of something there and thing, right? I was going to work, you know, but them say, Ray. You know, the whole station, I got the automated on a repeating, all right? So You know, so soon as Saturday then, right? In a free up on Ragashanti TV over YouTube, all right? This Saturday, free up on Ragashanti TV over YouTube. And of course, it's Christmas. So if you're home and you're chilling and whatever and thing, let's have some fun this Saturday, 8 o'clock, 8 p.m., free up, the realest Jamaican talk show on the Ragashanti TV channel on YouTube. And do remember to subscribe to Ragashanti TV and also subscribe to Culture Raga. Those two channels on YouTube. Culture Raga, CULTURERAGA, CULTURERAGA, Culture Raga on YouTube. That is the educational entertainment channel. And then the mix-up entertainment channel is Ragashanti TV, right? That's the Ray something. All right? So make sure you subscribe to both channels. I might think them, and me ask you for subscribe. All right? Blessings and respect. Do that for me. Blessings and respect, people. Take care of yourself and be careful out there. Oh, last thing, President McKenna said one last thing. Okay. I just wanted to make the point that there's a lot of misunderstanding going on out there with the whole COVID thing and the variant or whatever. And again, I deliberately stay away from it because the debate surrounding it, it's not grounded in a rational, kind of mature, relaxed thing. The passions are running wild and emotions are getting the better of people out there. And a lot of people are upset about a lot of things on both sides. But there's one thing I just want you to know is that virus, they're essentially organisms, right? So, you know, like human, we are an organism, you know. Sharks, they're an organism. The first priority of each organism is survival. One of the ways in which viruses, try to survive is to mutate. When virus mutate, what a lot of people do not know, and it's not being communicated as much as it should. A mutation, the whole reason a mutation occurs is to supersede whatever treatment countered the first instance of that virus. So when the Delta mutation came out, when the Delta variant came out, the Delta variant being a mutation, it came out stronger and more resistant to whatever treatment existed before. That is just basic, science in terms of, virus, right? So when the Omicron mutation comes out, the particulars of it in general, the fundamentals remain the same. It's a SARS virus. But the idea behind mutation, why viruses mutate, is to try to survive as much as possible. And they need hosts. And in this case, the hosts are humans. So viruses are always trying to figure out a way to survive. What am I getting at? So when people say, oh, so the vaccine now works as well on this variant and that variant, of course it's not going to work as well. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Sometimes the mutation succeed in just beating the virus, beating the vaccine that was created to, the antibodies that was created to beat it and them something there. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they go halfway, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they look at tweaking going. So yes, it's a dance, it's a race. This is nothing new. This has always been the case with viruses. So when people say, see that it don't work on the one, well, duh. But people don't know these. So you hear people that say, bam, 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 bam. So if we take the vaccine already, why we have to take that one to see it now work as well? Yeah, I saw it go. And there are all kind of variables involved, a whole heap of variation involved in the game and the dance and the race to beat the virus thing. And a big part of it is race. So the idea where you beat these things, is to get a vaccine that can wipe it out quick before it can mutate. But if the vaccine don't work as quick amongst the hosts, then the virus will continue to mutate. Now, based on the politics we're going on, I can tell you this is going to be around for a while, right? And we all got used to the word pandemic. We're all are going to have to get used to the word endemic, because we're going to have a lot of endemics all over the world for a while. And unfortunately, we actually now live in a world where everybody travel. Everybody travel. An easy thing for travel. So that's a beat way. So people still are calling it pandemic, but for a while, you're going to hear the word endemic get popular too. Meaning in pockets, it's almost like small pandemics or whatever, but it goes against the word. Pan mean, widespread, panorama, pan, thing, when them say pan wide with the camera, it means spread out and thing or whatever. You understand? But so again, don't get caught up with some of these misconceptions out there and things like that. And again, me not telling no one for do. Me not telling no one for do. But me just say, don't get caught up in the anger thing and the passion thing and the defensive thing and whatever. You do what you think you need to do and what you're comfortable with and so forth. All right? Blessing. And I'll see you guys on Saturday, 8 o'clock, Ragashanti TV over YouTube. And also subscribe to Culture Raga over YouTube also. All right? Blessings. Respect. Cool.
The Bridge 99 FM and Irie Jam Radio 93.5, keeping Jamaicans home and abroad connected. Your